Hello, welcome to our October video. Finally, rounding out our edits. Substantive edits is what we're talking about this time, and that is just, we're looking at the nitty-gritty. The actual words, the phrases, the grammar, the everything else that's not directly related to the story. That's what the developmental edits look at the story, while substantive edits look at the actual style. Making sure that you vary sentence length, making sure that you use your parts of speech correctly, that your dialogue doesn't sound wooden. Yeah, just making sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. So I've included a bunch of substantive editing tips. Once again, it's a great idea to get some proofreaders or some other eyes on it. So sometimes you can even read a sentence that's missing a word or two, missing a the, an and just gloss over it because it makes sense in your head. You know what you meant to write. But having those people get out their red pens and say, hey, here are your problems. It's a really great idea. So often it's a good idea to look for these things on their own pass, not to try to do developmental edits and substantive edits at the same time. I mean, you could. But it's great to focus on one thing at a time, at least for me. Your style might be different. But make a plan. Look for different issues. I often make a list of issues that I'm finding, like common things that I need to specifically look for in my manuscripts. If I have certain problems in the past, things that I'm working on, whether it's a phrase that I use that's too wordy, whether it's a certain grammatical rule that I just don't do right, write those down and make a checklist for yourself and say, okay, we're gonna check for this, gonna check for this, gonna check for this, and only when that's done, we're good. One of the biggest things is wordiness. You may think, hey, I've got a whole novel, I can say lots of words, but that's no excuse to leave sentences and paragraphs with a bunch of extraneous stuff. You got to trim the fat. You got to make your writing not bog down your reader. Get the information out there. Look for little words and phrases here to cut that aren't absolutely needed. And you'll come out with a much leaner, more interesting, more professional looking manuscript if you do that. All right. Well, good luck. I hope you get all your edits done. And we'll be able to go ahead and start thinking about writing a query letter and submitting. It's exciting. It's a little scary, but it's also very exciting. Good luck. Happy writing.